I kept finding the same sticker in the library. The reason was horrifying. Story by you/Twisted Urban Tales. In sophomore year of high school, I practically lived in the library. I'd go there almost every day after school to sit and read. Then I'd borrow a stack of books, mostly history, and finish them at home before they were due back. It was routine at that point. That's why I noticed it straight away. I opened a book I'd borrowed about medieval Europe and saw a small white sticker stuck firmly to one of the pages. I leaned in and took a closer look. The sticker was a prescription bottle label. The edges were worn, and it had been pieced together in two halves. One side was faded to a thin film. It had been peeled off and reapplied, but I could still read the text. At the top was the name of a pharmacy and a date, and below that were some details. T. Hargreaves. An address below that. Lisinopril 10 milligrams, take 1 tablet by mouth every day. I didn't recognize the medication, but I recognized the name. It was Mr. Hargreaves, my history teacher. I saw teachers and students from my school regularly at this library, so I didn't think much of it at the time, but I still stared at it for a second longer than I probably should have. Then I figured it was a mistake and left it there. He must have been using it as a bookmark and forgotten. I didn't want to peel it off and risk tearing the page. The second time, it caught my attention immediately. Different history book, another label, same name, address and medication. This time it was stuck deeper into the book on one of the middle pages. I flipped back a few pages, then forward. Nothing else, just that one sticker. I remember thinking it was a strange thing to use as a bookmark. By the fourth or fifth time, it stopped feeling like a coincidence. Always the same sticker with his name, stuck on a random page. I went to the library one morning to return a book, well before I'd normally go after school, and saw him there. He was exactly the same as he was in class, friendly and relaxed. "Good to see you're reading," he said with a smile. I greeted him and we made some small talk. I almost mentioned seeing the labels, but then I stopped myself. Something made me feel like I wasn't supposed to. At the end of our conversation, I just smiled and left. A few afternoons later, I was back in the library. I went to the history section and plucked a book off the shelf, flipping it open without thinking. Sure enough, there it was again, Mr. Hargreaves' prescription label, pressed flat on one of the pages. Just then, a voice snapped me out of my trance. "Hey, how's it going?" I looked up. My friend Matt was standing in front of me, hands in his pockets. Matt didn't come here often. He lived further out, on the edge of town. "I didn't know you even knew where the library was," I remarked. "Ha ha, very funny. I was nearby." We talked for a bit, and then I held the book up slightly. "Look at this. I keep finding Mr. Hargreaves stickers in these books." He stepped closer and scanned the text. A messenger asked for help from nearby towns. I tapped on the label below it, pressed flat against the page. Matt leaned in and squinted as he read the details on the faded sticker. "Ha, he lives a few streets away from me. Who knew? Why would he be putting these in library books?" I asked. Matt shrugged. Probably just uses whatever's lying around as a bookmark." "That's what I thought the first time," I said. I plucked 2 more books off the shelf nearby that I'd put back a while ago, which I remembered seeing the stickers in. "He keeps putting them in books." I reached for a book about wars. Took a moment to find the label, but I knew roughly where it was. Many families were trapped as supplies began to run out. I ran my finger across the label below it. Then I put it back on the shelf and opened the third book. A few managed to escape, though most were. Underneath was the label again, in a chapter about the famine. He glanced at it, then back at me, looking mildly amused. Maybe he's just weird. After Matt left that afternoon, I sat at a table with the books I'd taken from the shelf laid out in front of me. I frowned, then shook it off and closed the books, carrying them back to the shelf.